Yeah, and I think too, if you're also OG, you're sitting here and you're like, okay, we lost this at the spring groups 13-2 Falcons. We lost to Apex 13-5. So like, you know, if you have some time off, if you have a break, it's like, let's revisit Ancient. Let's iron some things out.
It's also an issue for a team of Complexity. Let's say they had time to prepare, right? Let's imagine that JTC and JT is sitting on the plane with their laptop out, trying to download some demos with the shitty Wi-Fi on the airplane, right? Trying to get the demos down, get the initial feeling of what they're gonna meet. There's almost none on OG. They don't play a lot of officials compared to the other teams, and it just changes the perspective of how a tier 1 to 2 team actually prepares for a game.
Yeah, and I think I think that's a good way to put it too, because OG just gonna look at so much different stuff, and I doubt Complexity really had a whole lot of time for it to begin with. But I mean, Ancient, we kind of know everything. We kind of know how this map is played in a general sense. You know, obviously the details of each team are going to change, but Complexity is going to have to deal with aggressive mid, have to deal with that B lane control. Both sides are going to have to deal with it. It's going to come down to kind of who executes it better. And I think the nice thing to talk about OG at this point is we don't just have to focus on Heavy God and Regali. Like, at this point, you kind of expect going into this third map, I don't know, Keto to continue playing with this kind of a performance, like such an upswing from what we normally see out of him today.
Hope, right? Because now he's already in the zone, but it should really be the other guys like Regali and Heavy God and also Nexius really to step up and take that initiative of making the difference. But right now it's the IGL of German. So I'm not actually sure if we're going to see too many more secrets coming in from OG. I would love to see them have more stuff prepared, because we spoke about it a couple of times now that they've had a long time to practice for this, and we know that Ancient is one of the most utility-based maps. That can come out a little secret or two throughout this series that I'm going to be looking for.
Yeah, the utility always going to be an important thing. Although on the other hand, if you have Heavy God just holding on a spot on the map and shutting down Complexity's access. Although, I mean, if you switch sides of the coin and look at it from Complexity's point of view, Leash can do something very similar. So Grim is sharp on this map as well. We just need those individuals to show up in a way that we didn't get to see him on Anubis. Go back to that first map where we got Floppy with the impact, Halzerk with the impact. Let's get an America's team a little bit deeper into this tournament. I'll move forward if nobody else will. Regardless, winner of this map plays Heroic in the quarterfinals later on. Elimination on the line. One of these teams is going home. OG, Complexity, third map. It's Ancient, it's Harry and Hugo. They're coming in right when we return from the break, so stay tuned.
Gasline time! Frag grenade set!
The powerhouses are racing in Vault 4.
Sending a frag!
The steamrollers grab the cash box.
Special delivery!
And I'm
I imagine the sponsors are pleased with the results so far.
the powerhouses have commenced to cash out.
Let's go for cash out D.
Danger, the high notes are currently at risk of being eliminated.
Relocating.
Moment of high tension here as the Ultra Rares are stowing away a cash box. Cash out started. The high notes are rejoining the match.
Keto, the king right now, single-handedly saving German CS as he leads OG to a map win on Complexity's pick of Anubis. Keto went crazy, almost 100 ADR, 5-0 in opening duels, all while in-game leading, all while flashing his team in for frags. It's great to see OG playing well, to be honest. Probably the best game I've seen from them in a while.
Yeah, no, this is a very, very good look at OG. And I mean, you know, one of the things that we said coming into this series is kind of our pitch for it, right, was the idea that this is like a bit of a spirit level check for Complexity, because whenever we see them come to Europe and play versus top-tier EU competition this year, it's been kind of gnarly, right? OG, meanwhile, kind of exist as like a team to gatekeep these on-the-rise teams from ever breaking into the upper echelons, and they themselves struggle versus Tier 1. You know, I've actually really liked what we've seen out of OG here. You know, Inferno, they push Cole to their limits, kind of goes both ways there, and Complexity did end up winning it, but then Anubis was like super clean, and that's clearly a map that OG have been putting in effort on behind the scenes, because they never won it with the core of this squad, and they haven't played it with this iteration of the team. The GG bet odds still in favor of Complexity. You're hoping that they kind of went away after that last map.
Yeah, reset.
Get themselves, you know, a little slap on the face, a little bit of water on there, wake up a little bit, kind of try and bring themselves back into this, because their Anubis was super flat, and really, you know, it was only how Zerg performed.
Yeah, it is the question on whether Complexity have the energy to long out this long day, and a full 3-map BO3 after an overtime in the first map. They only just squeezed through on Inferno, and then to just get destroyed on one of your better maps in the pool is impressive from OG. But Ancient is one where OG have a lot more data on for both sides, right? They themselves play it, they enjoy it. Complexity as well have been, you know, running it regionally. They even beat Falcons on it recently. So yeah, there's some data for Complexity. I hope they can reset mentally after that one, because they did look very out of it. Elite slumped in his chair and just some frustration showing for Complexity. We've already had Liquid lose earlier on today and be eliminated in this Lowland format. We don't want to say goodbye to our second North American team, especially when you consider that